Hi everyone, it's Renee again. I am so glad you can join me for another process video and crafting together and another day in the Psalms. I'm so excited, I love it. Hope you're all having a very blessed day, blessed week this week. So today I wanted to do a video about the Lord being my rock. And as I was reading the Psalms, you know, that keeps coming up. Our Lord's our rock. He's our stronghold. He's our fortress. He's our refuge. And I had some images. These are printed on clear sticker paper again. I like the sticker paper because it's just so easy to print out a picture. I just stick it on, no fussing, no trying to draw pictures, and you know, it's just on days that I don't feel like really painstakingly drawing something, I can just, you know, stick a sticker on or an image. Those images, I think I got it from the Faithful Heart Shop. I think that's what it's called, the Faithful Heart Shop. I get so many printables from so many different people that I try to keep them all straight, but I have them all in a folder on my computer. And when I have an image in my head, like the Lord's my rock, I try to go and find rock pictures or rock images or what have you, and I just print out whatever it is I have. And sometimes I don't realize where I got them from, or you know, maybe I ordered a kit or a digital kit or something, or sometimes I get things free in newsletters and mail, things like that. But I'm pretty sure this one's from the Faithful Art Shop. But anyways, I was going to do it in Psalm, let's see, 62, I think. So let me look at Psalm 62 real quick. Psalm 62, here we go. I think it was 62. Okay, no, well, yes, actually, yes. Okay, so actually, Psalm 61 talks about him being a rock too. So it says, lead me to the rock that is high above me, for you have been a refuge for me, a strong tower in the face of the enemy. I will dwell in your tent forever and take refuge under the shelter of your wings. And then in 62, it says, I am at rest in God alone. My salvation comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my stronghold. I will never be shaken. And actually, the verse that they had in the kit from the Faithful Heart Shop was, he alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress, I shall not be greatly shaken. And that comes from Psalm 62. But I have another idea of what I would like to do on this page. And don't you all hate that? I mean, or, you know, it just aggravates me a little bit, is sometimes I need multiple Bibles, because a lot of times I'll have an image in my head, or, you know, God will impress upon me like something, like some kind of image or picture, and I'll be like, okay, I know I'm going to do that on this page. Or maybe I might be flipping to a page and be like, oh, I already have something on this page, but there's another thing that the Lord impressed upon me that I want to do. Well, there's a couple things you can do about that. One thing I will do is I will go I'll go onto the computer and go into scripture and just, you know, plug in, the Lord is my rock, or the Lord is my refuge, or he's my rock, my stronghold. And then I'll put scriptures. And the computer will come up with like a whole variety of scriptures that refer to that. So maybe if I had that image in my head, maybe it won't work on that particular page because I already have something on there. But there's another scripture that talks about it that I don't have an image on the page. And this was one of them. And again, this psalm talks about the Lord being a rock. And actually, I kind of like this one better. It says here, it's verse 18, or Psalm 18, Psalm 18, verse 46. It says, the Lord lives, blessed be my rock, the God of my salvation is exalted. And then it goes on about what, this whole psalm, we've already actually did a page in this psalm about the Lord, you know, hearing our call. But this whole psalm it says, God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is pure. He's a shield to all those who take refuge to him. For who is God besides the Lord? And who is a rock? Only our God. So, you know, I had an image for a different page for the psalm, but then God led me to this one, and, you know, it fit just as well. And it kind of opened my eyes to that. Who is a rock? Only our God. Blessed be my rock. And so this page will work perfectly. So if that ever happens to y'all, you know, there's so many scriptures and so many references to the Lord that maybe you can find another page that you might want to put an image on, you know. But anyways, that's kind of what I do if a page is already filled up, because they do get filled up quickly. But, you know, there's so many pages in the Bible that you can fill. And then another thing I do is if a page is filled, for example, if, you know, this was, here's your 2 pages. If I had an image on this page and maybe God's talking to me about this verse again or something, I can put the image on this page, and sometimes I'll put an arrow to the verse, or I'll just re-highlight the verse, or I'll write the psalm, you know, the verse here, whatever. I mean, there's no rules in Bible journaling, y'all. It's all about spending time with the Lord and having fun. So anyways, let's get started. So today we are going to be doing, I don't know what you call it, technical word, but it's the card and paint smear technique, if that's really a technique. What I have here is my trusty little, you know, paint holder, and I am going to be using tempera paints today. Acrylic paints. I just grabbed these paints. So they are acrylic paints. We're going to be using some acrylic today. I'm trying to do different things so you guys can get different ideas for different techniques and different mediums you can use. So in case you don't have one, you can always use another. Now you don't have to use acrylic. You could use watercolor. Well, watercolor won't work with this technique. But if you have tempera paint or any kind of paint that, you know, you can dip this in and use a card with, or like a ruler or some, you know, straight edge of something, it doesn't really matter. You can even use like heavy duty cardstock, really. I mean, whatever you have to just get the paint and smear. But the colors I'm using today are Heather. Well, that's what this one's called. This is Anita's all-purpose acrylic, and as you can see, these have been well loved and used. This is craft paint. This one's Heather. This one is purple pansy, so it's a deeper purple. And then this is a blue called Island Blue. Those are the 3 colors I'm going to be using. This is what they look like. So this is the deep purple, the pink, and then the blue. And the reason why I picked those colors is because it had the purples and pinks and blues in this, you know, in these images. But you can pick whatever colors you want. That's just what I'm using. Now, I did see a page like this. Again, when pages call out to me, I was like, oh, that was really cool. I'm going to take their idea, and they kind of did the same technique, but I'm going to add my own little spin to it and add a few little things. Of course, I always have to do that. So I'm taking the idea, the general idea, and then making it my own. So let's see if this is going to work, y'all. And it gets kind of scary because you're using such dark colors. Oh, and so I did prep my page, again, with the clear gesso ahead of time and just let it dry. Just a thin coat. I smeared it on. I put a little dollop on the page, smeared it on with a paper towel, let it dry. That was it. So that's all I do. You can brush it on with a brush or a paper towel. So the first thing I'm going to do is take, let's see if you can see, yeah, you're in camera. Okay. I'm going to put my card in the paint, and as you can see, I have just a little bit along the side of the card, okay? And then, let's see, where do we want? We'll start at the bottom, I guess. And I always have my plastic laminated sheet here to protect the other pages and to give me a harder surface to work on, or, you know, something to press against. So you're going to take your card, press down and smear it. See? And then you get that kind of effect. As you go. And what I'm going to do is wipe this part. Whoop. Oh boy. It really got under there, didn't it? That's okay. Let's see if we can wipe this off. If not, we'll cover it with something at a later date. Yeah, we'll have to cover that. I'm just making a mess here, y'all. That's okay. Now, see, if you make a mistake like that, no problem. You can either, you know, make this a purple page in the future, or we can go in and cover this with, I don't know, stickers, with a piece of paper. We could paint over it. It's no biggie, y'all. So, just trying to catch it. I don't know how it got under there so much, but see, y'all, look, I just make a mess. That's okay. So you're gonna do the same thing. You guys will all be neater. You'll all be neater. And if you don't wanna go all the way to the edge like that, just kind of go like this. You know, go close to the edge, but not all the way. So you keep dipping your card in, and then I need some more here. Let's see. There we go. See how you like take it and drag, and you can go up and down. Let's put some over here. Let's do a little bit. I want it to kind of go up. Let me wipe that off just so I don't make a mess. And let's see, we're gonna go, ooh, I like that, okay. So just kind of have fun with it and just drag it either way you want. Up, down, across, ooh, I like that. Let's do something like this. And the flatter you press your card, you'll get a wider and a darker, I don't know, I guess like you can see that? Versus if you hold it up, you're gonna get that frayed look at the edge. Let's do one a little bit of. You just play around with it, add more as you go or less. Let's see. Yeah, and it's always going to turn out different every time you do it because it's kind of a haphazard thing. You just never know what's going to happen. So, you know, you'll never have the same look every time, which is cool. I like that. Ooh, that's neat. So you get different effects, the different ways that you pull your card. But I think that'll be enough purple. Otherwise, as you all know, I'll probably cover the whole page. So I gotta limit myself. I have to stop. Otherwise, we'll have a horrendous, bigger mess on our hands. Okay, let me grab a paper towel. Make sure. And let's wipe this off. There's never any mistakes in Bible journaling. See? No biggie. Okay. So let's dry that. We've got to dry in between our layers. So let me grab my heating tool. Remember, it's plugged over here, so I have to pull it almost off camera to get the heating tool to it. But this paint should dry pretty quickly, especially since we just, you know, brushed it on real lightly. It shouldn't take long to dry. Okay, it's looking almost done. There are a couple spots. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so dry that. So that's your first layer. Now the second thing we're gonna do, make sure your card is cleaned off or whatever it is that you're using. The next thing I'm going to do is just gently dip the edge of the card. So you see it's just along the edge. I don't know if you can see that, it's just along the edge. And I'm gonna make little lines. And I'm just gonna press down like that. Can you see that? Where else do we want some lines? Just random lines in different spots. Kind of like geometric. Let me pull this down so you can see. So you just keep dipping your card and you're gonna just make little lines. And then you can put some, you know, lines in other spots. Let's see, where else? And again, as you notice, I'm doing threes again. Somehow it's just, it's like a habit. I don't know. I just always am doing threes. Not always, but it just seems to happen that way. Okay, and then you're gonna wipe your card off. And then we're gonna go in with the blue. Boy, y'all, I'm making a mess. That's part of the fun. Okay, so go in with the blue. You're gonna do the same thing. Okay. And just go in other random spots. And you don't have to go in the same spots as your other lines, just, you know, wherever you want. Pick where you want to go. You can cross lines. Let's see, I don't know if I want to cover that up. And the thing with acrylic and tempera paints is if you don't do it really thin, I can still see the words through this, except for through the line part. But through the purple, if you look closely, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can still see my words through this because I put it on thinly. If you put your paint on thick, it will cover your words, the acrylic paint and the tempera paint. Let's get that a little darker. I think that's good. Okay, so let's clean off. So then you clean off your card. And I'm gonna wash my hands a little bit because I've got paint everywhere. Okay, and then I'm gonna move this because I will probably make a mess with that. So we will move that, get it out of the way. Okay, then we're gonna dry this layer. Now this might take just a tad longer because the paint is a little bit thicker. We want to make sure it's completely dry before you start adding other things, because otherwise you'll smear your paint. And you don't want to smear it any more than I did. Here. But that's especially why I like putting this plastic underneath. It protects all your other pages. You might get some on the back page, you know, like I did, but normally you don't if you're careful. Apparently I wasn't that careful. It's see-through. But I'll show you what I do with that page when I get around to it. There's so many ways you can cover things. Or, you know, blend it into a picture. I might make that a purple page. We'll see. Okay, that should be pretty good. Okay, the last thing I wanted to do, actually what I was thinking, I might do some splatters. Let's see, should we do some splatters? I like doing splatters. Okay, do we want purple or pink or blue? Maybe some blue splatters. Okay, so to do some quick splatters, you're going to take a brush. I just want little splatters. So actually, let me find a brush with, let's see, this one's got a little bit tougher bristles. So you want a brush, if you can hear that, with tougher bristles. And then I'm going to put my brush in just a cup of water, just to get my brush wet, so I can water down this paint just a little bit. I'm going to do the blue, as you can see here. I'm going to use my finger or my nail and just do little splatters. Can you see that? I'll bring it up close. And I don't want a lot. I just want just a little. There we go. Put my brush back in the water, clean my finger off as best as possible. This is why I don't have nice nails, y'all. My hands always look like I've got ink all over them. Okay, let's move this. Okay, so see, if you all can see the little splatters? Now, if you want bigger splatters, well, I think I told you all this before in a video, but in case I didn't, if you want bigger splatters, you would, you would take your brush with your wet paint and go like this with your brush, and it seems, you know, you get bigger splatters. Or the wetter your paint is, the bigger splatters you'll get. So if you have a really wet paint, you'll get some bigger droplets and splatters. Or if you do this with your brush versus doing this with your brush, you get like little splatters. You can kind of direct it a little bit more when you do it this way as well. So it just depends what the look you're looking for. Okay, so last thing I'm going to do, let me pull this out and make sure this is all wiped off with no paint on it. Okay, and then we are going to just briefly dry this again to make sure those splatters are dry. I know that's an annoying sound, having the heater on, the heating tool on. I know that gets annoying, but it's a necessary thing. If you want to watch this in real time, I have to dry it. Otherwise, we'd be sitting here staring at paint drying. That's no fun. Okay, so now we're just gonna take our stickers or our images or whatever you want to put on here. So you can do this with any type of page. Do like a background like this. Like I said, all the time I like doing layers, so I'll put like a background color and then maybe color over that, or a stencil, maybe some splatters or something, and then I put my pictures on. So now these are clear stickers, so the purple will show through this. So maybe I should put this like right there. We'll see how it looks. If you don't want the purple to show through, actually, you could just glue it on like that as well. If you don't want the purple to show through. I'm debating, do we want it to show through? Well, let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Let's see. So it'll look like that. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Like I said before with these stickers, once you put them down, they're down. They're not coming back up. They're not like washi tape where you can pull them up. Especially with this sticker paper that I have, that I've gotten from, I think I got this package from Amazon. It's the clear label sheets, full page label sheets. And then I have, now this I'm gonna have to make sure it's on white, unless I just glue it down like that, because otherwise it'll get lost in the purple. And I have these flowers. Y'all see my in camera. Okay. I have this one as well. Let's see. I might not put it all on there, but we'll have to see. I like to put everything down kind of first and see where it'll go. And I have the Lord is my rock here. I might keep this. Okay, so here's the verse. The Lord lives, blessed be my rock, the God of my salvation is exalted. So it's verse 46. So it's Psalm 18, verse 46. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black little micron pen and I am going to highlight or underline the verse. I mean, you can barely see that, but at least I know it's there, and that's the verse that I'm highlighting. And I'm debating if I wanna, if I take this off the sticker paper, it'll get lost in this purple. I think I put a little too much purple on, y'all. Purple's my favorite, I just keep going with that. So what I might do is just glue this down like that. And then I'll have this as a sticker. Do I want to even put that there? Ah, decisions, y'all. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I could use this for something else. What do y'all think? If this was live, you can tell me. We'll do that on our live ones. Okay, so let me put this one down. Let's put that. I might just leave it like that. Let's see. And here I am, problems with the stickers again. But I love the fact, I mean, these are like little rocks. I love the fact that God is our rock. And when I think of rock, I'm thinking like mountain and, you know, huge, giant, immovable rock. But I also like, I just like the colors in these pictures, and I like these little pebbles and these rocks. So that's why I use that imagery. But let's see. Okay, we'll put that there. That made that purple flower stand out even more. And then I'll put the verse right there. And even though this verse is not this verse, it's the verse from Psalm 62. I really like it, as well as having this verse. So you can reference other verses, you know. The whole Bible's one book. I love it. Yeah, if I put this here, I can see the words. Okay. And then we could just do that, put that there, and have that, and then that way you can see all of the words. I know some of you don't like covering up your words, which is totally fine. And I'm just thinking that might just be too much if I put that. I had that image as well. And my printer, I've been having some problems with my printer, so it kind of, it chopped off some things as I was printing. That's why I got the line right there, but no biggie. I can use it for something. I could either put that there, or maybe just put this up here. I don't know, what do y'all think? Decisions. I think I'm just gonna do this. I think I'm gonna put this here. Or do we want this up here? Here or here? Or do we want this one? We could just glue it like that and then not do the sticker. The Lord is my rock. Oh my goodness, y'all, I need help. Okay, I think decision-making time. Sometimes you just gotta kind of go with it. Sometimes I question myself too much. Okay, I think I'm just gonna glue that there and keep this out. I think that'll be a little too much. And I'm wondering if this would get lost in the, let me see. Let me try a little piece. I don't know if this will get lost in the purple, if it'll stand out. Oh no, you should be able to see it. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Made the decision. Okay, this is gonna go up here. The Lord is my rock. Kind of like the title of the page. Right there, and there we go. There we go, we did it, y'all. So, the Lord is my rock. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. And then the verse here is verse 46. The Lord lives. Blessed be the rock. The God of my salvation is exalted. I just love that, y'all. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope you have fun with this technique. I would love to see what y'all do. So please, please, please post your pictures. I love to see what everybody does. Thank you for joining me, and I will see y'all next time. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.